Okay. Now we get to talk about Twitch. There's a saga here, Spoon. So I'm gonna begin our saga. We'll go through the chain of events one at a time, and we can comment in between each chain of event. There's also something else I'd like to add in here. I will discuss it because it is relevant to certain pieces of this. Okay. So I have another website I'm going to pop up on the screen at some point, and it is relevant to the conversation. And I will describe what the site does so that people understand what Twitch is actually trying to do now. So,
Before we start this
yes,
conversation, I just want to say up front that Twitch sucks, and whoever's running the company is a complete idiot. And well, actually, they're a complete idiot, but they think they're really smart, and they think everyone using the site, both the creators and the viewers, are all complete idiots.
yes, agreed. Yeah, I'll share my opinions too on this as we go step by step. But my opinion of it is the same, but it's more of like, as you read through all these, and I've made my own comments on my Twitter on this. Just like, think about what Twitch thinks of you as you read these things, because that's really what this is about. They can apologize all they want, but keep in mind, every time you see these things, this is how Twitch thinks of you as a content creator. And Twitch made a statement some time ago. Remember when the person who was in charge of like product or something, he was like trying to legitimize why we were taking away subscriber money from partners. He's like, oh, Twitch is expensive to run. Running a certain stream is really big, even though Amazon runs the frickin' streams, which owns us. They mentioned in there that they're like, we want to make sure that we can grow the pie for everybody. As you read this, keep that in mind. They said that before. Okay. Saga Part 1. Initially, Twitch had passed a new terms of service specifically around branded content guidelines. Additionally, there were additions to the partner agreement and the affiliate agreement. They packaged partners and affiliates into one bucket, and they said, you affiliates, you automatically sign this agreement. Too bad. Partners, you have to respond and sign the agreement. Otherwise, you're an affiliate. And you're an affiliate until you sign it. So, okay. And then there's also one other piece of this, which is in regard to simulcasting. So, for everybody now, initially it was partners and affiliates only, but they just opened the doors to everybody. So that includes us, by the way. I just want to point this out. That includes us. We're not a partner. We're not an affiliate, but we're streaming on Twitch right now. So you cannot simulcast anymore at all. So we couldn't do this on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Now, I will talk about who this affects in particular after this as well. I'll bring this up like a link. You'll see it. But the term service opened specifically for these things. They changed for these things. But they made a graphic, and they're like, okay, logos on stream are limited to 3% of the screen size, which I understand this may be a little bit tough to visualize, but that's about like from this corner where my cursor is maybe to here, this little space that I'm doing a square around. I think that's like 3%, I would say, of the screen. Somebody had like a great screenshot of this, by the way, not using this like cartoonish thing that they created. So that's a limitation now. That was not the case before. You cannot insert a burned-in video ad. Okay, I'll talk about this in a second. And by that I mean I'm going to bring up another website. Streamers may not insert video ads directly into their streams. Okay. Burned-in display ads are also not allowed. These thingies, banner ads. This is in regards to like if you've ever seen a Stream Elements related campaign with like HelloFresh or something. They typically put banner ads on your overlay because that's valuable. That space is valuable. So Twitch in this iteration said you can't do that anymore, which is insane, by the way. That is complete insanity. And then finally, burned in audio ads. You can't just play some audio ad because Twitch already does that, by the way. Okay, part 1 of the saga. So I'm gonna hop over to another website real quick to finish off this, and then we'll discuss. This is called show.gg. I don't know how recent this website is, but their tagline is, "You don't need to be ninja to earn from your stream." I love that tagline, by the way, because for 99.5% of us, you'll probably make very little if you join this kind of program. Let me explain how it works with this video.
Tell me how much
I had to turn the audio off there. So basically, you'll add a browser source into your stream, and it'll just randomly play an ad. This one's for Pizza Hut, obviously, with a little Minecraft dude. Ad plays automatically, and it's gone. That's what they do. Very simple, right? It's a very simple concept. Here's my comment. This is a million times better than what Twitch does. I'm shocked Twitch isn't doing this right now. I'm shocked Twitch just doesn't have like a dedicated space on everybody's stream. And they tell you, hey, you need to put this browser source on your stream. If you're an affiliate or a partner, we'll give you some revenue split from this. And we're just going to play ads like this in that space.
That would actually be a good idea. Twitch
That's a good idea.
Doesn't have any good ideas.
That's a great idea. I do realize there's some obvious like issues with it too. There are, depending on how much space it takes up. But like, this is way better. So Twitch is fighting this. This is what Twitch is fighting. Twitch is saying you cannot do this. They're big angry because companies have figured out that this is a better system than their system. And so they're trying to stop this because they don't want anybody making money. Which, by the way, except them. Which, by the way, this is a great option for streamers to make more money. This is another great option. You can make some more money from this. I'm not saying it's a lot, but like, I don't know, if I had like 100 to 150 stream, that's a couple extra bucks in my pocket. So, this is what Twitch is fighting. Spoon. That's part 1 of our saga. There's some other pieces to this as well, but we'll talk about it. Let's just discuss this part. Now, remember what I said before. Twitch said that we're trying to increase the pie for everybody. Right?
Another lie.
Who is the only entity that benefits from this? Twitch. Streamers do not benefit from this. By the way, how would esports organizations do this? Esports organizations like frickin' LCS put in burned in video, burned in banner ads. They would have to have been like exempt from this rule for this. Yeah. Any fighting game,
they literally live on that.
Yeah,
fighting game tournament. Yeah,
fighting game tournaments would no longer exist. They'd have to all move to YouTube. Streamers in general make most of their money from sponsorships. Like, Stream Elements could no longer run sponsorships. Basically, they'd have to refactor everything. So the only thing that this affects is this affects everybody but Twitch. Twitch just makes more money from this, frankly. They're like, oh, we're going to do the same thing theoretically, so you have to use our program. And Twitch always takes more money than they frankly need to from people. Twitch always takes more from you. Their split is always worse than everybody else. So, yep. Spoon, I turn it over to you. This is just part 1 of the saga. When you saw this, first impressions.
First impressions?
Yes.
Well, I'm looking at Twitter, and first of all, people are pissed.
Yes.
And there's lots of streamers that are like, yeah, I'm not going to stream on Twitch anymore. This is horrible. Like, if Twitch goes through with this, I'm moving to a different platform. I'm not going to stream on Twitch anymore, etc., etc. Everyone was super pissed about this, and I was just like, I mean, I'm just sitting back thinking, I mean, are you surprised, though? Twitch sucks. Like,
I'm not surprised, yeah.
They don't, this is just another L in the saga of L's for Twitch over their past couple of years since they've now, as we discussed a while ago, phased out all of the previous Justin TV people and original Twitch people, and now it's just Amazon suits working at Twitch trying to squeeze every last dollar out of both creators and viewers. They don't care about viewers. They don't care about creators. All they care about is increasing that pie for for Amazon.
Because Amazon's desperate right now. Another, which is an unavoidable fact of reality at this point. There have been I will say there are maybe like 2 W's I can think of off the top of my head that Twitch has done. One of it, which was like you can do like vertical video editing. That was a W. Good job. Here's a cookie. There was one other one that I thought was a dub, and the fact that I can't remember it probably means it wasn't a big dub.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. They'll have like one minor dub. You're like, all right, okay, Twitch, fine. That's a cool new thing that you're adding. And then they'll have like 3 big L's like this, and you're like, okay.
Like I can remember various L's. I remember the elevated chat feature, which is gone now because it was terrible. I mean, this is obviously a huge L. This was one of the worst L's I think I've ever seen. The partner split changing to 50-50 for everybody. Like, and all the L's are money related. It's all money related. It's all we're taking money away from you, or we're just making a terrible change. We're just making a terrible change. And this was a terrible change. So, speaking of streamers that were mentioned they were leaving, I just wanted to pull one particular instance. After that, Asmongold announced he will be leaving Twitch to field other offers. If the policy goes through. I have one more thing I want to add on to this. I mentioned simulcasting. So Ninja moved to Kick. He dropped Twitch and moved to Kick. And so his argument was, since I cannot simulcast on Twitch if I'm trying to go to other platforms, my choice is I only stream on Twitch or I stream everywhere else. So I'm going to stream everywhere else instead. Because that's his brand now. His brand is I stream everywhere. So he moved to Kick. He just moved to Kick. And dropped Twitch. He's no longer on there anymore. Because the policy for simulcasting did go through. That's a thing now.
Yeah.
We all agreed to it. Whether we liked it or not. So Ninja's no longer streaming on Twitch. He's done. Which is I think that's a huge L for Twitch. That's a huge L. He's not the big streamer he used to be on Twitch, but that's an L. Like, what are you doing? I don't know of any other streamers that specifically said I'm like off platform of Twitch permanently, but I know there are plenty of things I saw where like people were definitely like, okay, maybe I should really be having conversations with other platforms.
They're considering it for sure.
Kick saw its biggest sign-ups over a 3-day period ever because of this. So, I mean, I'm saying it's a big W for Kick, but Kick uses Twitch's systems right now. They use Amazon systems. But, like, how long do you think that's going to last? They're going to build their own infrastructure. So, this is a big W for Kick, too. Kick just got a big W, and they didn't have to do anything. Every platform just got free brand awareness because of Twitch there. So
because of Twitch's big L's.
Yep. So, part 2. Today's branded content policy update was overly broad. Hold on. Sorry, I had to laugh at that one. This created confusion and frustration, and we apologize for that. I have an immediate answer to this. It's our fault? I'm not confused. I know exactly what you were doing. What do you mean? We did not intend to limit streamers' ability to enter into direct relationships with sponsors, and we understand that this is an important part of how streamers earn revenue. Are you sure? You created brand? You paid the designer to do this. You paid a designer to make this. This is... And they didn't say, oh, only for third-party this kind of platform. They just said everybody. This is ChatGPT corporate backpedal statement. I should type that into ChatGPT and see if it comes with the same thing. We wanted to clarify our existing ads policy that was intended to prohibit third-party ad networks, which I just showed, from selling burned-in video and display ads, which is consistent with other services. We missed the mark. Yada yada. By the way, I swear to God, whenever somebody says "miss the mark," that is a ChatGPT generated part. Everybody says that. So they did end up updating the language. Well, not at first in the terms of service, because fucking Twitter's reader context popped up because their terms of service didn't update right away. They said that it's updated, but the terms of service didn't get updated right away. It updated like yesterday or something. It updated, no. I think it was a Friday. It was Friday. They did everything on Friday night when everyone was about to go to sleep. That's what they did, because that's the big PR thing to do.
Yep.
These guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch. Again.
No, they're good for Twitch. They're just bad for streamers.
And did you think about it for more than a day? And like, if it's bad for Twitch, why'd you do it then? But this is just like, look, this is horrible. Basically, a couple executives made the decision, passed it down. They didn't consult anybody. They're like, nope, you're doing it now. We're doing it now. Then they took an L. The executives didn't know what to do because they're too out of touch and stupid. And everybody else who understands this stuff told them, guys, this is bad for us. Don't do it. So,
yeah.
And by the way, the last comment on this, Twitch ambassadors, I saw some tweets on like Twitch ambassadors. They're like, we're finally having the conversation with Twitch, which means that Twitch didn't talk to them. What's the point of an ambassador? What do they do?
There is none. They don't do anything. Twitch just does shit.
This is like, what's the point of your existence then? They're like, we can't say anything because of NDAs, but conversations being had, they're all great. I'm like, no, they're not. I guarantee they're not great conversations, and I guarantee you are not talking to actual decision makers. You're probably talking to the grunts, and the actual decision makers are like, sure, why not? And then they're just going to make another terrible change. I don't see it. I appreciate the ambassadors trying now, but I don't see their purpose anymore. It's very clear that they don't have a purpose.
Well, yeah, because Twitch never consults them before they do anything. Twitch just makes stupid decisions, doesn't think about the consequences. They're like, hey, this will make us more money. And then they do something, and then Twitter explodes, and it's like, Twitch, what the fuck are you doing? How stupid can you actually be? Like,
you get Twitter backlash, users leave, they go to the competitive platform. The competitive platform, which, by the way, I'm not saying it's appealing. I have no interest in going to Kick personally. None whatsoever. But like, your platform becomes more appealing when the bigger platform takes L's like this. So Kick becomes much more appealing because they're giving you more money. They're not limiting you in any way, shape, or form. You know, that is very appealing to a lot of people, to feel like they're not limited by like even just rules in general, but like just these decisions that just make it feel like, why am I actively taking less money when I have somebody else that's willing to give me more? And like YouTube isn't necessarily a big part of the conversation because YouTube streaming just doesn't promote itself better enough. But like, YouTube's a part of the conversation now. Like, people can go to YouTube now and they're thinking about YouTube. Kick is just the immediate one because Kick is putting itself out there all the time. Kick has its own problems, though. Their spokesperson is Aiden Ross. So,
yeah, Kick's like the new hotness right now.
Kick's the new hotness. It's the big thing.
Yeah.
And credit to Kick, they do a good job with that. They do a good job of explaining that they're not going to hold you back. That's exactly what you need to say. We're not holding you back and we're giving you more money. It's exactly what people want to hear.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I guess Twitch is just so ingrained it's gonna be hard to, but like, man, I don't know how many more of these L's that like Twitch can take right now. This one you saw, big streamers were like, okay, I don't know about this anymore. Twitch, like, you can't.
Yeah.
You know, if they do another thing or two or three like this, they're, you know, they lost a couple probably from this, and as you said, there's probably some talks happening between, you know, some big streamers on Twitch and other
platforms.
Other platforms. You know, Twitch does a couple more things like this, they're gonna lose some more big streamers, and like they're gonna be hurting. Like, I don't know. I don't think I don't think it'll die completely or anything like that, but
No,
Twitch is going to start losing more and more big streamers
exactly.
if they keep releasing stuff like this and taking L's like this,
Yep.
because
Yep.
it's not going well.
And big streamers carry their platform, which is why I don't
Yes.
understand this. Big streamers carry them. It's there's no ifs or buts about it. The small streamers, I hate to say it, the small streamers are not making Twitch great. It's the big ones. The big ones carry Twitch.
Yep.
And it's really shocking that they just don't get that. I'm like, do you not understand this? Like, your big streamers need sponsorships. They can't just live entirely off of you.
Yeah, you would think that they would try to at least appease the big streamers. If
Right.
if they don't care about the small streamers, that would make sense to me. I mean, it would be great if they did, but they don't, because the
They don't.
small streamers don't do anything for them, and so
Correct.
they don't care. But you would think they would try to appease the big streamers. But now again, with these last couple of things they've been doing, man, they're hitting the big streamers too. It's like, Twitch, what are you doing?
I don't- yeah.
get it. Like,
You should be like, people don't like it when Twitch plays favorites, but Twitch is supposed to play favorites to the big guys. They're supposed to. Because they're the ones that make you money. And like, again, if you take away sponsorships from the big guys, all those sponsorships, like, okay, let's say Crip. Crip's a big streamer. Crip does tons of mobile game sponsorships and stuff, and he puts those
Yep.
banners on his stream. Why? Because that's what the sponsors are expecting. Sponsors are expecting you put their banner on the high quality space, the hot real estate, okay, which is on the overlay. The hot real estate is not under the stream. That is not good real estate. That's bad real estate. The good real estate is right on the overlay. If you take that away, nobody's going to want to work with a streamer. The chat command isn't enough. It's not enough. The streamer just saying your brand's name isn't enough. It was like almost shocking to me that they tried to do this, because I was like, that's the only good real estate on the stream. That's the only reason the sponsor wants to be. It was like, if it's not every sponsor is a video game. Some of them is like a keyboard. Like, you can pick up the keyboard and show it, but like, they want to put their brand on the screen. So why would you do that? It's just, and Twitch has said they want to have their own portal for that. Good luck getting anybody to use it. It's gonna stink. Remember bounties? Nobody uses bounties anymore. Bounties suck. Somebody I heard on a stream talk about bounties. They're like, do this ad as a Twitch bounty for 10 minutes. We'll give you $2. I was like, wow, great. What a return. What a return on that one. Good job, Twitch. $2. Wow. And I'm not exaggerating. It was like an astronomically low number. I'm like, Twitch, you are terrible at this. You are so bad at this. It is really shocking. So,
yeah.
Anyway, they finally updated the terms. You can't simulcast anymore. That's official. Partners and affiliates are in the same bucket of monetized streamers. Now they're in the same bucket intentionally. They're going to do something with that, and I'm a little nervous. Let's see. The branded content guidelines did update. They only specify third parties, like this show.gg I showed before, which I don't know. They're going to have to pivot. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have to pivot. Anyway. It's still an L. Like,
Big L.
You're still an L, Twitch. It kills me. So, I mean, I'm going to close out with this. There's another person who I've watched before, and this was a long time ago, but their name is Devin Nash. Okay? His argument was, you shouldn't be an affiliate on Twitch. Because he said you should simulcast. You should stream to like three to four different platforms at once. See which one works out. Go to that one. His advice no longer works for if you're trying to do Twitch as well. You physically can't simulcast anymore when you are on Twitch. I don't know how well they'll enforce it. But it's worth noting that is now in the rules. They'll enforce it for big fish, I imagine. Small fish,
yeah,
they'll probably just ignore for a bit, unless people report them. So yeah, my conclusion from this is I like YouTube, and I'm not going to go to Kick, and I'm not going to go to fucking Rumble. No, thank you. YouTube's looking real tasty. I think I'm going to try doing more over there. I'll still have Twitch as like my thing, but yeah, my conclusion I drew from this is how Twitch feels about you, and they don't care. They'll never want to increase your pie. So
Nope.
not like I needed it, but it's like a bad feeling. It's like this is how they see you, you know? Like, do you really want to work with somebody that sees you this way? Do you really want to, you know, help them? Not really. So that was the conclusion I drew. I was like, I don't think I really want to help anybody that sees me as like, that doesn't see me as like, they see me as a user, not as a person.
Yeah.
That's the way I'll put it. Anyway, that'll conclude my thoughts on this saga. Which is dumb. They're so dumb.
Twitch is really dumb.
This was the part about the streamer agreements all lumped together and being the same and all that in simulcasting. So I think that was all the links I had on Twitch. Okay.